China also hangs corrupt politicians, Nigerians reply Aisha. First Lady Aisha Buhari has come under intense criticism on social media for voicing her support for the social media bill which seeks to arrest and fine Nigerians who make annoying comments on social media. Aisha had at the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs General Assembly and National Executive Council in Abuja said China regulated the social media of its over 1 billion citizens and Nigeria should be able to control its own population, which is about 200 million. She said on this issue of social media, you cannot just sit in the comfort of your house and tweet that the vice president has resigned. It is a serious issue. If China can control over 1.3 billion people on social media, I see no reason why Nigeria cannot attempt controlling only 180 million people. However, Mrs. Buhari, who had in the past been commended by a large section of Nigerians for standing on the side of the people, came under criticism for her view. On Saturday morning, the president's wife was trending at #1 on Twitter. Some Nigerians recalled how they defended Aisha on social media when the president relegated her and said she belonged to the kitchen and the other room. They recalled how they defended her when Mama Daura's family were giving her a hard time at the presidential villa. They argued that since China had become the democratic model for Nigeria, then Nigeria must also adopt China's method of fighting corruption, which involves sentencing corrupt public office holders to death. At Zadi, Nomso tweeted, "Dear Aisha Buhari, China also kills their corrupt politicians. We would love Nigeria to start practicing that first." At the Lord Emperor wrote, "I agree with Aisha Buhari that China regulates TV. Aisha should also agree with China to the policy of hanging corrupt politicians. She should also agree with China on limiting the family members of their politicians from studying and living abroad. China also executes corrupt politicians. Dear Aisha Buhari, if you want to control social media because China does, then you should want that too." At Billy Chusim tweeted. At Viva Mascot tweeted, "Maybe Aisha is not aware China is practicing communism. I was wrong to assume she's educated enough to understand how democracy works. Our recent call for regulation on social media reveals our concealed love for tyranny. Can't she propose death penalty for corrupt politicians?" So guys, that is what the Nigerians have been saying. That's their reactions. Of course, everybody kicked against it. You know, we have seen a lot of people, heard a lot of people saying the same thing, condemning even her statement. If really she's talking about that, how many of all those countries have they ever heard that China, whether it is president or their leader, always go to the UK or go to the US for any form of treatment, or their children are all over the place, most especially going for education, going for treatments or medical vacation, private visit, just the way Aisha Buhari and her husband, they are always frequenting UK as if that is their other room or the parlor or their second room. They are always frequenting, and they are not even ashamed to say that. The last time she came back, she said, "Oh, I went for medical checkup. I was not too feeling fine. My doctor said." So does it mean in the whole of Nigeria that we don't have doctors? Yes, now, because they don't even recognize them. They don't regard them. Now they are closing border. They will be telling you to be doing one particular thing. They will want you to be patriotic, but they are not patriotic. And their supporters cannot even say the truth. If you say anything concerning their traveling, medical or whatever, they will tell you, "Oh, it is his right, it is his personal whatever." Very, very hypocritical people. So now that Nigerians have told her, if that is what you want, or you are referring to China in that regard, then other ways that they deal with their corrupt leaders, politicians, you have to advocate for that. Like she's saying, "Oh, how can somebody say, oh, the vice president has resigned?" If somebody said the vice president has resigned and he did not resign, of what offense has that got to, of where, what offense, is there any offense in that? What offense has the person committed in the first place? Okay, you say so, and it is not so, and the vice president is still there. He has not resigned. So is it not the person that said the vice president resigned that will be put to shame? So what offense in that. There's no offense in that kind of a thing. If that is what the kind of thing they are talking about, people can fabricate a lot of things. Okay, what of Lai Mohammed, who has been saying different things, and at the end of the day, people get to know that most of the things he always say, they are not true. So what will happen to that? At the end of the day, what did they do to him? Nobody did anything to him. At the end of the day, they just got to know that, oh, this guy, is just lying. So anybody that fabricates any form of lies, at the end of the day, you see that that particular person will be put to shame. The person will be put to shame if that is the area. If that is what they call regulation. Regulation in what way? I don't just understand it. These guys, they are of same. They will come out and, in one breath, they will tell you, oh, they are fighting for the people. They are speaking on behalf of the people. But in another breath, you will see their true color. You will see their true color. But unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians are gullible. They will just fall in for whatever they are talking about. Even the Senate has come out to say it is not possible for them to propose propose death penalty for corrupt politicians. That if people want that bill to be passed, that they should go through their senators. Then they can discuss with their senators. Oh, these are the things. Okay, then that particular senator will present it on the floor of the Senate. Do you see how they are trying to manipulate the whole thing? Other people are still reacting. Someone say, I strongly believe corruption deserves death penalty because corrupt politicians and public servants are the reasons for hate speech. And somebody say, your husband came to power through hate speech. When Goodluck Jonathan was there as a president, now that he is our president, nobody go tell him, say, go do well. That if he does not do well, no, it doesn't mean so nobody should be able to tell him that you are not doing well. So everybody should just be clapping for him. Oh, you are doing right. You are doing well. Oh, no, everything is okay. Even when people are suffering, they should be smiling. That is just what they want people to be singing their praises. It's like they now begin to know that Nigerians have seen a lot of the propagandas they put up before they came into this administration. Someone says she and her cohorts seek medical care abroad. China president builds state-of-the-art hospital that employ finest medical practitioners. She just exposed the intent of this administration third-term agenda. I said it. This Aisha is part of the wicked regime. It's high time Nigerians disregard her and place her where she belongs. I have said it before and saying it again until Nigerian citizens begin to stone these demonic political criminals aside. All this nonsense won't stop. It's high time the mass launch operation Stone Politicians, OSP. They make laws that target the masses and shield themselves. One day the masses will wake up from sleep and do the needful. Oh, they are now seeing what some of us saw long ago about this lady Aisha, who make comments to seem to be on the side of the masses, but heavily campaign for his spent husband who is being used to oppress the populace. I laugh. This is my country called Nigeria. Why did we even come to be together? People with different religions and ideology coming together in the name of one Nigeria. We will just continue to drag this country back front until God will come. Before, Nigeria officials are corrupt, but now corruption is official. Solve other problems at hand before coming. Is this hate speech and lie from Lai Mohammed that brought you people to C0RRUPT? Yeah, somebody is saying that the same hate speech that brought them propaganda, all manner of things that are not true. Even one of their people said it, that it was that it will not be part of all these things, because that was exactly the same thing they themselves used to come up, and they said a lot of things that are not true concerning PDP. Now that they themselves are dead now, and anybody who is saying is not going to, or he wants to, or the person wants to regulate social media, which they themselves use in coming to power, that he will not support that kind of a thing. Now I know that this woman doesn't have conscience at all. She forget that by now Buhari is the master of hate speech. His statements make they kill youth copper. It is the statement that make a youth copper to be killed in 2011 general election. You forgot that China is heavily sponsoring their technical industry. They use second wife agenda to scare Aisha. Now she will support all their evil machineries. However, we will also support the B if our corrupt politicians will also be affected. Don't mind her. She no fit support Yamutu for corruption because her conscience don't judge her. Hate speech B is good. Firstly, we have to hashtag politicians first, then hate speech will follow. In China, they will kill you, no mercy, even hate speech. Then everybody will be controlled, not by stealing our money. Guide yourself with soldiers and police. Then you will come and tell us we are in paradise. Where you gave soundproof generators and dollars energy, why it is killing masses. It is the hand of the youth to take over the government and do the needful. This is unacceptable. Remind in case she does know. Remind her in case she doesn't know. That is what somebody is saying, that she needs to be reminded. So guys, of course, I think in this case, everybody, is on the same page. Majority of people, because of course you see some people that will still be dancing to their tune, that will still be, supporting them irrespective of what is going to see affect them. They will be supporting them because some people are just, they support to a fault. So guys, I would like to hear from you what you think about what Nigerians are saying, that there's no problem if you want to compare us to China. So the way and manner at which they deal with their politicians, let our politicians advocate for that. Let them deal with our politicians in that line. Then we can still follow suit when it comes to hate speech, so that everybody will be controlled. So guys, leave your comments below. Thank you very much. Bye.